Even as Singapore moves into Phase 3, work-from-home conditions in 2021 are expected to be a mainstay. But with a twist. Companies are rethinking the role of the office space, and more emphasis has also been placed on maintaining mental wellness. Michelle Teo reports.
Space.
It's 7:30 a.m. and 41-year-old Sean Lim has already started work. His teammates work in different countries with different time zones, and so it takes a bit of coordination for everyone to come together.
My availability is different from the rest of the team, so I work on the portion that I do, and then we utilize OneDrive to make sure that the final document is done together.
After a company-mandated maximum meeting time of 45 minutes, it's a quick break before he heads into another discussion.
I have a very regimented routine every day. I set alarms for breaks after 45 minutes to stretch, to even walk out to take a drink, to coffee, even set in my calendar, all the meals time, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Building such routines are what experts think will help those who are working from home to cope with stress.
There's a temptation really to work longer hours. If you actually don't have a home office setup, right, then really you don't even have the segregation between home and office anymore.
But beyond the separation of work and home, Ms. Ong says this boils down to company culture, which must be built top-down to create what she calls a psychologically safe workplace.
Leaders must walk the talk. Right? Mental well-being is not merely an HR function or responsibility, it's a leadership responsibility. So leaders must role model, first of all, healthy behaviors. Like we must role model mentally healthy behaviors as in self-care, showing how they are actually prioritizing self-care, taking leave and all of that. But as well as stepping forward with courage to show their own mental health struggles.
Doing so will also build trust amongst employees to know that they too can come forward with their difficulties without feeling that they might be penalized for it. Over at PayPal, managers are given the training to spot signs of mental distress for employees. That's because the company is prepared to have its employees work from home till summer next year, though it says it wouldn't reduce the amount of office space it currently occupies in Suntec.
Just before the pandemic, the circuit breaker lockdown, we opened a new floor. It hasn't been physically occupied by any employees yet. We see, that hybrid world, but the need to have office space and collaboration space is still important for the future state of the workforce. But it'll be a combination of remote working. Maybe people work several days a week from home. Sometimes they'll come in for customer meetings.
But with most employees working from home the most of this year, it might take more than just meeting clients to entice them back to offices. As for those who have jobs that require reporting physically to the office for duty, their workspaces are still set for a revamp. Paperspace is an interior design consultancy that believes the physical space of the workplace will have to change. For instance, contactless entry points like these to improve the safety of going back to the office, or individual pods like these for more privacy.
I think the workplace or the office will now need to embrace some degree of hospitality or warmth. And if you look at a co-working example, curating programs, whether it's wellness or social, bringing conversations that are beyond just work transactions and coordination to find common grounds between human beings, I think that's going to be a very big part of programming how people will feel and be in the space in the future.
Ms. Chia adds that these programs will help colleagues work together and nurture a motivated workforce for the long term.